Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Adrienne Shante, and I've been getting so many questions about my skincare routine. So here it goes. The first thing that I'm going to do is just apply warm to hot water on my face to open up my pores, to kind of help get that dirt out much easier. So this is all that I do here, and I use an EOS scrubbing brush, and I wet it just a little bit with that same warm to hot water. Now, for my face cleanser, I use Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. It's for all types of skin. I do 2 pumps, put it back up under that same water, and here I am just scrubbing in those circular motions all around my face. Water is kind of getting everywhere because I usually do this in the shower. So again, I'm scrubbing in circular motions all around my face. I am heavy-handed, so I get super aggressive while doing this, but I've done it for so long, for over 2 years, and it has really made a difference. I haven't had any issues with the brush, no scratches, no anything like that. But you see, honey, I get it in. I get it in. Now, I can't stress this enough. Get that neck, honey. Now, I know they say black don't crack, but you have to get that neck. That neck is built up with all the oils and those creases and everything. And it also helps with minimizing those wrinkles when you're doing those massaging, those maneuvers. I told you, honey, I'll be getting it in. Now I'm just rinsing off my brush in that same warm to hot water, and I will advise to use the same water to kind of rinse off the water, the soap and stuff off your face, the facial cleanser, to kind of get all that buildup of dirt and bacteria that has been harvested on your face but has been consumed with that facial cleanser, to get it all off. I kind of get rid of this brush probably every month, and I replenish it with a new one, or I will boil it in hot water to kind of get that deep cleanse too, because it can harvest bacteria as well. Now, instead of me using a towel to cleanse my face, to dry my face, excuse me, I'll use 2 napkins, regular napkins that you would get from Walmart. They have a pack of them for like $1.50, napkins for like $2 and some change, but I just pat dry. Okay, I'm getting a little too in-depth now. We're gonna move past it. All right, now moving forward, I am using the St. Ives Acne Control. I use this exfoliant every other day religiously. I put some in my hand and rub it together, and here I am just exfoliating. I'm aggressive again, so I get in there, especially around my T-zone. I kind of really do the cleansing because I break out a lot around my nose and around my forehead, and sometimes on top of my cheeks, but I have not had a problem at all. Now again, the same thing for the neck. Exfoliate that neck. You got to get it all, honey. Now I also use the same scrub on my lips to kind of get that dead skin off, but there's another thing that I do for my lips, but that'll be for another video. Now, some people might think that this St. Ives is really aggressive for their skin, like the abrasion may be too rough. Now, you can leave a little water on your face and go in with it again. Well, not again, but with the exfoliant itself. Or like I do, I like to pat dry and then use it again. It's something about doing that that kind of helps get that deep exfoliant in there to kind of get all those impurities out. Now I'm going in, same thing with the warm to hot water, and I'm scrubbing this off. I know it may be much, like, girl, you already scrubbed once, why are you scrubbing again? It works for me. Obviously, my skin has really shown that it has actually worked for me. All right, now that I've used the warm to hot water, I'm going to use cold water. That's what I was saying. I'm using cold water on my face now to close those pores. We've got all the impurities out. And now we're just closing those pores so that nothing else can actually get in. I can't stress that enough. I do this all the time. Even if I'm not exfoliating on a day, I will do the same thing with using cold water after I cleanse with the daily facial cleanser. And I go back in, instead of using a towel, using those napkins, again, a fresh set to pat dry my face all the way down my neck. As you see, the water is dripping, but it works so much better. If you're using a towel all the time, I have a specific facial towel, those buildup of germs are on there and you're just reapplying those bacteria on your face, and it's just clogging your pores even more, causing more breakouts. I refuse. So I saw this a long time ago and I was like, why not? And I've been doing this religiously. All right, now that's done. Here is my toner. I'm using apple cider vinegar from Bragg's with the mother in it, and I'm putting it in my travel container. Now this is already mixed that I have, but what I do is I pour half of apple cider vinegar in the container and half warm water, and I shake it well. Now I'll take my little flat cotton pad like this and I'll pour it right in the center, probably just a circle amount just to fill the middle. Nothing that's too overpowering. And I rub it all over my face to kind of tone my skin down. Now, apple cider vinegar is really good, has great properties for internally and externally. So I've been using this on my face again for 2 years, and it has done so great for my skin. I go all down my neck. I cannot stress it enough. The neck is so important. And I go also behind my ears to kind of get the dirt that I may have on there, and even on top of my ears, because you know when we're doing makeup gets on our ears and we want to get that off because we're trying to blend the makeup, but we're trying to get all this dirt and this buildup of anything that's not supposed to be on the skin off. Now I just dry it like air dry just a little bit. And I'm going in with my CeraVe PM Daily Moisturizing. It's very lightweight and I use 3 pumps. I just lather it on my hands and I begin to moisturize my face. Now the same thing, moisturize that neck, honey. And the maneuver that I'm doing right now, it really helps with minimizing wrinkles. So I go in and out from my mouth out to my cheeks, and the same thing with my neck. I go upwards instead of going down all the time. I may have done it down a couple times in the video just to rushing purposes, but I go up with my neck, out with my face, and up with my forehead. Now this is my sunscreen, the CeraVe PM. I do 2 pumps of this because it's a little thicker. So I'm rubbing it together and I put it on my face. Now, us as black folks, some of us don't use sunscreen, but we have to think about it. We want to keep our skin even and toned, especially when you have those acne marks. Going out in the sun without any protectant just makes those dark marks darker. So putting sunscreen on our face is really helpful. And I'm doing the same maneuver with my fingers, wiping out these wrinkles. I am rubbing out these wrinkles, helping my skin so it prevents from any wrinkles that may be forming on my face. Going up with my neck again. Now, sometimes sunscreen for people may give them this little white ashy look, but I go in with my favorite Physicians Formula 24 karat collagen and vitamin C oil. Now, when I say this stuff here, honey, oh my God, I think this is what really helps. So I just drip a little bit in my hand and I lather it up in my hand to kind of warm it up, and then I apply it to my skin. It feels so soft, makes my skin feel so supple. And if you do have that little white ashy look from the sunscreen, this evens it all the way out. It doesn't stop the properties of the sunscreen at all. It really does help. And it just gives me this glow, and I love it so much. Same thing with the facial maneuvering that I'm doing. In and out, up with the neck, and out on the forehead. Now my secret I use Mederma for my dark spots. This is a secret of mine. Now it has to be the Mederma with the sunscreen. See, I have a little spot there on the side of my lip, little ones right down my nose, a couple on my forehead, and one down on my chin because I am a picker, and when I stress, I do get little bumps. But when I do have scars, I use this Mederma on my face all the time. As you see, I gotta pat it out because I didn't use it so much. Again, 2 years solid, and it really has helped. I place it everywhere on those spots. And for my skin routine, guys, that's it. That is all. No, I do not rub in the Mederma. I leave it as is because it's going to fade. This is the purpose. This is what I wanted for my skin. To not to have to do anything to it because it looks so good. No makeup. The only thing I use, voila, mascara. This is just Maybelline's $7 little mascara. I think it's like the purple one. But I don't use any makeup, and this was the goal for me. So that I can just walk out after my skin routine is done. Don't have to worry about applying anything to my face because my face is giving it all to you already. Okay, so I think it's time for me to do a little wardrobe change. Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, with this hair. Okay, so I will have another tutorial talking about my hair, but as you see, it's time for me to get it shaken and ready. Now I have a whole little hair routine that I do. This is just an old wash and go I had. I think this is like 5 days old. Yeah, I'm a little lazy. When I do my hair, I don't like to touch it after I've done it because I'm super tender-headed, and especially with hairstyles, I will leave them in for 2 months. Judge yourself, don't judge me. Now I had somewhere to go, something a little quick to do, pull down my little sides. See, and then we get caught in this earring, then I get ready to panic because I know I want to cry, and I think that was a little painful there for me. And as you see, the Mederma is starting to fade. Now at this point, because I'm going out, I'm going to rub it in just a little bit so that it kind of disappears. But other than that, whenever I'm at home, it stays the same. If I'm at getting ready to go to bed, I leave it on until it fully goes away on its own. But other than that, I just wanted to kind of rub it in just a little bit this time. Yes, this puff is giving. It is giving. I ain't going to the gym, but I look cute. Well, thank you guys for watching.